I'm not sure that I'm eating enough, especially protein, but I don't want to track my calories. I'm not a big eater. How can I be sure that I'm getting enough? Tracking calories is not for everybody, so it's nice to have some little rules of thumb that we can implement that are going to kind of give us some indicators or points of reference to go back to when we're not making progress. If you're not a big eater, I think one of the biggest mistake, quote unquote, hard gainers, as they used to call them back in the day, make is to try and eat huge meals, eat these really big, massive meals, and have this kind of mindset of eat big to get big, which is no doubt important. But as you pointed out there, if you're struggling to eat your protein because you're cramming in so many calories in general, you might be kind of undoing your efforts there. So rather than try and kind of compensate for the fact that you don't think you're a big eater by stuffing your face whenever you can, and then maybe not eating for hours and hours after that, including protein, one tip that I've picked up over the years is to eat the kind of nominal amount of meals that you feel comfortable eating, that don't make you feel like you're stuffing your face, and you can kind of remember to eat. So the way that you would kind of instinctively eat, and then prepare yourself every day, and do this to taste and do this to budget and whatever's convenient for your lifestyle, a decent amount of a really high protein snack or protein supplement, but this can go either way. So it might be something like some chicken sausages, something like that, that's going to give you a really good amount of protein, 60 to 70 grams. If it's a protein supplement, you're going to fill up a thermos with what would be the equivalent of, let's say, 2, maybe even 3 protein shakes. So that, that amount of scoops. So we're looking at 60 to 70, maybe even 80 grams of protein in that thermos. Now, rather than try and just cram this all in at once and then risk being so full that you don't eat your lunch, or you don't eat your dinner, or you skip your dinner and then you eat something later on at night, but perhaps it's not the best quality and it's not high protein, snack on that little and often throughout the day, but at such a level that it doesn't really interfere with your appetite. So let's take the example of chicken sausages. You might just grab 2 between meals, have 1 or 2 after your lunch, and then 1 or 2 a bit later on throughout the day. But the key is to spread it out so much that it doesn't impact your appetite to the point that you can't eat the next meal. And it's the same with the protein shake. And I would go as far to say is this could even be like a big blend of oats and nut butter and things like that are going to add a ton of additional calories to your day if you are under eating in general, with protein, high quality nutrition. But again, don't pour yourself out a big pint and neck that knowing that you've got lunch in an hour's time. Sip that 200 ml here, 200 ml there, just as you're thirsty, but to a point that it doesn't interfere with your appetite and it doesn't have a knock-on effect to the rest of your day. Because what you don't want to find yourself doing is having a protein shake, thinking you want these extra calories, thinking you want these extra grams of protein, and then end up not eating your actual meal, and then you're kind of, at best, breaking even in terms of sort of calories and protein, and at worst you might not eat for a little while longer and you could end up calories down. So if you're not a big eater, stop trying to overcompensate for that by just stuffing your face with really big meals whenever you feel hungry, and start adding calories outside of those meals, little and often, but in such portions that they don't impact your appetite. This is a really easy and convenient way to ensure you're getting those extra grams of protein throughout the day, regardless of the meals you eat.